After months out of the public eye, Sarah Ferguson has finally been spotted again.
And I understand that she is staying with friends in Britain at the moment, having been in Switzerland, possibly Ireland and Scotland, and in the Middle East. Funnily enough, one of my sources ran into her and Andrew in an M6 petrol station just a few weeks ago. So she's kind of been a bit around more than people realize. I kind of assumed that she was in hiding, but she seems to be operating in plain sight.
The royal family thought they had drawn a line in the sand, but a battered moving van rumbling through Sandringham's gates proved them wrong. Crouched in the darkness between packing crates was a woman who technically has no business being on that property anymore. Sarah Ferguson wasn't there for a casual visit. She was being smuggled into the shadows to see the man the monarchy is trying to erase. The Prince and Princess of Wales are reportedly livid. Not just because of the secrecy, but because this espionage-level operation reveals an ongoing, dangerous alliance. They thought the House of York was done. But behind closed doors, a darker chapter is just beginning, leaving everyone wondering what they're still hiding. But first, let's see where she's been lurking.
And how is she taking all of this?
According to reports, Fergie is laying low on the other side of the world in the United Arab Emirates.
She packed her bags and started to go visit friends all over the world, and she's trying to stay under the radar.
Where is Sarah Ferguson now, do you know? Because I've read reports that she's in the United Arab Emirates and broke. I've also read reports that she spent a month at a luxury Swiss resort that cost $25,000 a day. And it's a resort that she has promoted before. Here she is.
To thank you in deep gratitude for giving me a safe harbor in the storms of life.
The security team at Sandringham is trained to spot snipers and high-level threats, but they never thought they'd need to watch for a moving van. This wasn't a routine furniture delivery to the secluded wood farm cottage. New reports claim a large vehicle was used as a Trojan horse to sneak a very recognizable figure through the perimeter. Inside, hidden in the darkness between moving crates, was Sarah Ferguson. She wasn't just stopping by, she was allegedly smuggled like contraband back into Andrew Mountbatten Windsor's life. This wasn't a single lapse in judgment. Insiders describe it as a deliberate military-style extraction from public view. Quick favor, if you're enjoying this, hit that subscribe button. Over 92% of viewers haven't yet. It's free, takes a second, and means everything to us. Thanks if you did. Now back to the story. When the vans supposedly weren't available, the methods reportedly got even more desperate. Sources claim that on several nights, Sarah was seen curled up in the footwell of a car, hidden under a thick pile of blankets, while the vehicle glided past royal security. Imagine it, a woman who once stood on the Buckingham Palace balcony, now allegedly reduced to hiding on the floor of a sedan just to slip through the gates. It's a spy thriller scenario that has reportedly left palace staff in shock. They're essentially living like fugitives on their own family's estate. Now let's hear what William and Kate have to say about this.
Mae Cymru yn agos iawn at ein colonnau, ac rydyn yn edrych ymlaen at bob ymweliad.
Accounts say the Prince and Princess of Wales erupted with fury when they learned these details. To William and Kate, this isn't just strange or eccentric behavior. It's viewed as a direct security breach and a brazen insult to the monarchy's new standards. They believed the York problem was finally contained within a quiet Norfolk cottage. Instead, they've apparently discovered a covert operation that ignores every explicit order from the king himself. Yet as palace anger reaches its peak, a far more disturbing question is reportedly surfacing. Those close to the situation say people are now asking why two individuals who have already lost everything would risk a new scandal just to maintain constant secret contact. The answer may lie in a pact formed years ago, and in the explosive truth still buried within a massive cache of unopened files.
Dymunod ffilnod, llawn o ddathlu, gyda theulu a ffrindiau.
The reality is, they're no longer just ex-spouses. They're two people who, as they say, know where all the bodies are buried. According to those familiar with the situation, these spy movie encounters aren't just about lingering affection. It's alleged they share a bond forged amid the most devastating secrets the monarchy has ever faced. Reports suggest that for Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, Sarah is the only person left who isn't actively trying to distance themselves. Sources say he sees her as his anchor at a time when even his own brother, the king, has reportedly refused to meet him privately. But why does Sarah stay by his side? It's alleged their connection runs deeper than loyalty. New information from the Epstein files has dragged her name back into public scrutiny, with emails suggesting a degree of friendship with the late offender that many would find indefensible.
I think she realized that the proximity of being close to him in a Crown Estate property was good for her image in terms of her commercial activities. It kept her inside the family. It could have been very easy for them to distance themselves from her, and she wanted to gain that proximity to the family for her money-making activities. So it was in her interest. They had separate wings. They both had lots of boyfriends and girlfriends in that period. They saw it as joint co-parenting, but actually the children were kind of brought up by nannies and policemen, because he was often away and she was for long periods of time in the States.
According to sources, they're not just offering each other emotional support, they're allegedly coordinating their stories as legal pressure mounts. This reported pact of silence has, insiders say, rattled the palace to its core. There's a deep fear that if either one feels cornered, the other could become either their only way out or the instrument of their total destruction. But their bond is said to go beyond legal strategy. Emerging reports claim the two have even fought over oddly specific matters, like the late Queen's beloved corgis, showing their lives remain chaotically intertwined in ways the public was never meant to see. They're bound by a shared past no outsider can fully understand. Accounts suggest this US against the world mentality is precisely what makes them so threatening to the institution. They're not just dodging public scrutiny, they're allegedly protecting a version of events the rest of the royal family is desperate to bury forever. Yet this covert alliance hasn't escaped the attention of the two people who stand to lose the most if the monarchy's image takes another hit. According to inner circle sources, the Prince and Princess of Wales are already preparing their response.
Well, yes, this is the newest thing that has come out of the Epstein files. There's so much that's coming out. There are thousands and thousands of pages. But yes, it has come out that on at least 2 occasions, she proposed to Jeffrey Epstein. And yes, it was after he was convicted the first time of using.
They're genuinely like Tweedledee and Tweedledum when you read what they said. Oh, please marry me. You're my favorite. It's like they would do anything for a couple of $1,000s. And
exchange a couple of years, I believe, after he was convicted, said that she wanted to be his pet. So clearly this is not someone who had disavowed this man until they actually had a public falling out, I think in 2011, where they
The Prince and Princess of Wales reportedly erupted when they first learned about this shadow operation. For William and Kate, this isn't just a breach of royal etiquette. It represents a direct threat to the crown's stability. People close to the situation say the future king and queen are furious that while they work on modernizing the monarchy, a secretive game of hide-and-seek is allegedly playing out right under their noses. Reports indicate William's position is now clearer than ever. The York problem must be solved, and it must be solved permanently. Insiders say he's been pushing a scorched-earth approach behind closed doors. He reportedly believes that as long as Andrew Mountbatten Windsor and Sarah Ferguson remain in the picture, even if they're only spotted hiding in the back of a van, the family will never truly escape the scandals that have haunted them. But this isn't only about what's already occurred. It also concerns Prince George's future. It's alleged Kate is taking an especially hard line. Sources say she's deeply concerned that this entrenched culture of secrecy and deception could one day sit on the throne alongside her children. To her, every smuggling incident is proof the old guard still hasn't learned from its mistakes. The tension at Sandringham has reportedly hit a breaking point. According to new reports, William has delivered a stark ultimatum. Sarah Ferguson must face the consequences of her actions, instead of trying to rewrite history through secret meetings or potential tell-all books. What's emerged is a high-stakes showdown that has reportedly divided the palace into opposing factions. On one side, 2 individuals who refuse to let go. On the other, the monarchy's future determined to cut ties once and for all. Royal advisors say the conversation has moved beyond simple property disputes to something far more serious. The question is no longer just about evicting them from a residence. It's now about removing them from the country altogether. And as is being quietly revealed, plans for a final exile are already being drafted in the corridors of power.
I think the royal family haven't handled Sarah Ferguson very well. They should have allowed her basically to be cut loose very early on and cause her own problems. Maybe she's always had this threat over them that she was going to spill the beans of some of their secrets, and they need to keep her close. I think there was also a certain sort of feeling of duty of care to her, which is quite emotional, and also perhaps to Andrew. She kind of emotionally played on him, that he hadn't been a good husband, and she kind of was owed a little bit more sort of respect now. And
Recent reports claim Sarah Ferguson has been couch-surfing with wealthy friends worldwide from Switzerland to Qatar, while deliberately avoiding a return to the United States. Sources suggest she's extremely worried about being forced to testify in ongoing investigations, which would create a logistical nightmare for the palace if she were relocated overseas. It's alleged the crown could then be accused of shielding her, a storyline the Prince and Princess of Wales are determined to prevent. Meanwhile, back at Sandringham, Andrew Mountbatten Windsor is reportedly fighting the move to his new permanent residence, Marsh Farm. Insiders say he knows every step away from the estate's heart is a step closer to total irrelevance. Yet the pressure on him is mounting. Reports suggest Prince Edward was recently sent as an emissary to inform him his time at Wood Farm is over, and the king's patience has run out. We're left wondering whether this espionage-style existence signals an approaching revenge campaign, or simply the tragic end of a royal era defined by excess and consequences. So what do you think? Are the Prince and Princess of Wales right to push for permanent exile? Or is the palace going too far in how they're treating the pair? And do you believe there are still hidden secrets buried in those unopened files? Drop your theories in the comments. I'd love to hear your take on all of this. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into the latest royal chaos, don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more high-drama updates on the House of Windsor. Be sure to turn on notifications so you never miss a breaking development. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.
You know, she is now a loose cannon. She's desperate for money, or at least claims to be. And, you know, clearly she's been courted by newspapers, by television stations and others. And so she could be dangerous to them. I mean, she could write something, you know, a few digs at William and Charles and Philip, you know, talking about her wonderful relationship with the Queen and Diana, perhaps giving a slightly different perspective on the Epstein relationship. I mean, whether people will believe her is another question.